What's the difference between a 14-inch pizza and a musician? The pizza can feed a family of 4. Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy and this is Immortal. I have a massive soft spot for Immortal. And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so bloody entertaining. We're in the land of Norwegian black metal here, so quite a lot of stuff that came out of Norway, and probably, I was going to say in the early days, but it's probably, I'm not a big black metal fan, but probably still coming out of Norway today in the kind of underground black metal scene. I don't know, I'm just saying this is my how I feel. It was always sounded pretty terrible, because they recorded it on like an old tape recorder or something. It always had that really sort of muddy, rumbly noise to it that stopped you listening to anything that they were actually doing. It was just this noise, and then some bands started to clean up their sound and everything, and I don't know, maybe it got thrown out of black metal club for having sound you could hear properly. I don't know, but one of the things that came out was Immortal, and they've done some unintentionally hilarious stuff in the past. Call of the Winter Moon, I want to say Bark at the Winter Moon, but I think it was Call of the Winter Moon, is just a case in point. It's just, I don't know, it's like a classic but for the wrong reasons. So they did All Shall Fall, and it was just such a good album. It was just so good. And now they've got a new album out. However, Abath, who was like the front-man singer, I think he did a lot of songwriting, left before this album was made, or during the writing of this album, I think, and leaving 2 people behind who more or less had to start again, because I think he took the songs with him. I mean, you must admit, if you're like a black metal band, if you split up, it's not going to be with a hearty handshake and a good wishes for the future, is it? It's just because that's not in keeping with being a black metal band. So I mean, I'm no expert at all, and I've probably said something that's inaccurate already, and then people can correct me in the comments, because that's what people do, and that's fine, as long as you're like polite and constructive about it, which some people are not. Anyway, this is their new album. It's called Northern Chaos Gods, and I have not heard it. It's not been out long though. It came out at the beginning of July, so it's only been out like, I don't know, a few weeks from when I'm recording this. I haven't heard it yet, but Abath had a particular voice, I feel, even in black metal, which people, there is the black metal voice, but Abath had a certain kind of sound, his voice, tone, whatever word you want to use. So I'm interested to hear what this is like, whether Immortal have gone off in a whole new direction or what. I don't know. Now the thing is, this song is 9 minutes long. Excuse me, how rude. This song is 9 minutes long. Now I'm fine with that, but I guess if you're watching this and you're not, you can at least fast forward your way through it if it's too long for you. But yeah, 9 minutes of black metal. Cool. I'm just going to take this on face value. I do have All Shall Fall in my head, which I just loved. But I'm just going to try and take this at face value and treat it as just the next chapter, I suppose. I like the album cover, even though it's quite simple. It's just, I don't know, something about it. Let's get... I either need bigger ears or smaller headphones, I'm not sure which. And go. I don't think there's a video, by the way. I haven't seen it, but I don't think there's a video. By the way, he says, not doing any of the things he's supposed to do. This is a song called Mighty Ravendark. And hang on, let me just switch this off a second. Well done, me. And I was actually recommended this. It was brought to my attention that there was a new Immortal album. I didn't find out myself, by GS 2 weeks ago, and then Sloth Second 6 days ago. So sorry guys, I nearly forgot to mention that you pointed out there was a new album. So yeah, this is Mighty Ravendark from the album Northern Chaos Gods, and I'll get back on it now. Don't think I can do that for 9 minutes. Did that once before. I know why that happens, mostly because I'm an idiot. I won't be long because this is a long song. They've gone back a little bit, haven't they, to the production of old, shall we say. It's not quite down to back to being recorded on a potato kind of thing, but it's got that dirty old sound to it. His voice is good. His voice is spot on, really. Oh, good, they've put it out on vinyl, so you can hear it even with even less quality. I don't understand the resurgence of vinyl. I just don't get it. So it looks like this album's available on every format except wax cylinder. I wonder if there's like a 5.1 mix in DVD audio as well, because it's like, you know, we're putting it out on vinyl. Fair enough, I get that. Vinyl is big again for some reason. And don't get me wrong, I love an album cover because they're a good size and you get nice gatefolds and the artwork is cool and it's just a nice thing to have. I get that, absolutely get it. There are albums I have that I literally just look at and go, ooh. And you can get lovely vinyl colours and patterns, as you saw a couple of them there. But sound-wise, over time, no, you'll never convince me. I don't need crackles and pops. I don't need the sound of a warped vinyl record. I just don't need it. Unless you're one of those people that is obsessive about caring for their vinyl, it just degrades, right? It degrades. You'll never convince me it doesn't. CD, people say, oh, it's soulless. No, it's not. It's just reproducing exactly what was put on it. So if to have soul you need warped records and crackles and pops, then scratches and God knows what, then that's not soul. That's just deteriorating what the artist created, in my humble opinion. But what made me laugh was they're putting it on cassette. That's definitely harking back to kind of the cassette swapping days of black metal's origins, because that's what it was. It was like an underground scene of these bands, and they all swapped these terrible rumbly tapes, you know. And I can remember when cassette was everything. You know, everything. You recorded the album onto tape so you could play it in your car or wherever, or you just wanted to steal all your friends' records so you'd recorded them all onto tape. Not that I would ever do that. Anyway. And you could, you know, you also use an old C90, and you could still, so you get an album on each side, and sometimes you could still hear whatever was on it before. If you used an old one, you could still hear it rumbling underneath, and tapes stretch, and they get wound onto the reels at different amounts of tension, and all of those sorts of things. So when you play it back, you were used to it. That's all there was. There was all the tape hiss. You know, you had your Dolby button on the thing that just made it all sound worse, frankly. And I'm really going on. This has nothing to do with this album whatsoever. It just made me laugh so much that they're putting it out on all these formats, including cassette. There's something kind of awesome about that. Anyway, I could go on about cassettes and stuff for ages, because that is my past. So. They've gone back in time a little bit on the production on this and made it, I used this term the other day, they've made it lo-fi, or that's the output, is quite lo-fi. It's not quite gone back to the terrible kind of production that black metal had, or maybe still has somewhere, I don't know. But it certainly could be better, and that song is pretty epic. You know, that song takes you on a journey, and it's a shame for me that it's not a bit clearer. However, there's just something about Immortal that I just like. So I just liked it for all of its faults. That doesn't mean I don't think it could be better. And that doesn't mean I don't wish it was better, but I still liked it. Would I listen to it a lot? Probably not. But they are epic. They are these big, you know, behemoths of, oh, no pun intended, these great behemoths of a thing that just rumbles along. And it's funny, you know, black metal, I think, is one of those genres, like prog, and people are going, what? But like prog, in that you can lie down in a dark room and listen to it and kind of submerge yourself in it. Black metal's one of those. Certainly this kind of black metal is that kind of genre. You know, I would never put that on. It's not a song for putting on and leaping about to, is it? It's not a song for putting on while you're making a sandwich. It's something to to listen to and kind of get into. And I can see why lots of people instantly turned off from it, and cannot understand why anyone would want to listen to it. But it has depth, I think. So do I wish it sounded better? Yes. But do I like it? Yes. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe this is just my bias coming out that I like Immortal anyway, so I'm kind of predisposed to try and like it. But I tried to be honest. I don't think it sounds as well as it could. But that it's just got such an epic thing about it. How many people listened to it, and how many fast forwarded to this bit, and how many people just gave up, do you think? Don't know, but if you did make it all this way, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. I got a message on my screen which totally distracted me. Thanks. Bye bye.